Okay, hi, how's it going? I'm just watering the trees and it's going to take me about an hour, so I guess I'll make a video while I'm doing that. I'll carry on the story from the last video, which if you didn't see that, we came home the other day and we found one of the dogs that lives here was dead by our gate over there. And at that time we didn't know where the other dog was. There's two dogs sort of living in here, and at the time we had no idea what happened. But yeah, the story's been unfolding over the last few days. Gradually we've been finding out that's more and more bits of information from the neighbours around here. Now there's certainly no good news, I'm afraid, nothing like that. There's no conclusion, so don't get your hopes up. So later on that evening we found out that one of the other neighbours had two dogs poisoned as well. One of their dogs died, and we think so far one has survived. So yeah, we came over here the next morning and I was going to have a look around in the daylight to see if we could find our other dog. We were searching and searching all around and couldn't find it anywhere. And then we found out that another 3 dogs had been poisoned as well. So some other people up there. So at first we were thinking, maybe someone's annoyed at us. They've come to poison our dog, like intentionally us. But yeah, gradually we found out more and more, and we think that it was, well, not that. We still don't know, obviously, but it's not that. And someone was going after a load of dogs for some reason. And then a couple of days went by, and then we found out from someone else that they'd lost 4 dogs up there. So it's 11 dogs. 1 survived out of the 11 that we know of that got poisoned. The only other dog that's been in the videos is Namtan. Namtan got poisoned. We didn't know that Namtan was missing for a few days, and then it turned out that someone had found him and buried him somewhere over there. So it's been a bit of a crazy week. Not a very nice time we've been having. So we've been around talking to neighbours. We've been over there to see if their dog is okay or not. We've been over there to talk to them, and Pen's been ringing round everyone. And some people have their ideas about who it might be, and maybe they're right. It might be the old classic Thailand, the people who have chickens versus the people who have dogs, because there's a couple of them over there and they've apparently been feuding for years about it, and this guy poisoned his chicken, so he's trying to get back at the dogs. Personally, I'm not convinced by that explanation 100%. I just think it's a bit funny if someone's trying to get back at their neighbour who's got like 2 dogs, and how do you poison 11 dogs? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm thinking that just because so many dogs got poisoned, I think to do like that many, I think it had to be like intentional. Someone was going after like all of them for some reason. So Pen's saying, oh, there's people in Thailand, they just really hate dogs for some reason. I don't know, maybe that's true. So maybe it was someone that just really hates the dogs, and I don't know, there's no rationalising it. I've been thinking about it a lot. Me and Pen have both been thinking about it a lot the last few days, but also trying not to, but you can't help it. And the answer I keep coming up with is there's no rationalising it, and people have different sets of morals, I guess. And so yeah, we don't know who it is. We probably never will. We'll probably never find out why or any of that. So I don't know, I know I'm making a video about it because I think people will want to know, but the answer is I don't know, and I don't think I could think it. I could think about it for a long, long time and never come up with an answer. And I also think that even if we found the person and they confessed and they told us why, it still wouldn't make any sense. So I still think it would be incomprehensible to me and probably most of you. So it's quite a shock, to be honest, that someone would be so cruel like that. I think it's really disgusting. I'm like an eye for an eye person, so I hope the same thing happens to them. I think that's what they deserve. If it was up to me, that's what would happen. So that's all I can say. I know I'm the one making the video, but don't look at me for an answer, because I don't have any answers. I think all of you watching, more or less as much about it as I do, and I think you can't look at me for an explanation, because as far as I'm concerned, it's inexplicable. So just Pen just asked me to walk up here. So this is the guy that sent all the water down to us in the rain season. he is doing something about it. We're going to have a look. And so apparently he's going to dig a couple of trenches. That's why the digger's in there. He's like expanding his water holding capacity, and there's going to be some leftover mud. Pen's just asked me to come and have a quick look, see if we want any of the mud, and we probably will. We'll have it somewhere. Shabu's looking at me, eyeing me up, thinking if I look juicy or not. Shabu, don't you think about it. I'm not coming for your salang, don't worry. Come on, out, go. So that's the chap over there on the right hand side, the guy that owns this farm. The guy on the left he's Puck's, I can't remember, brother-in-law or something, and they live in here. So and as you can see, they're making a much bigger channel, so sort of to cope with some of the water coming off his farm, and you know, hopefully that's going to help us out. It's not going to stop us doing any of the work we're going to do anyway, so but you know, hopefully the combination will reduce the problem. Anyway, look, I'm pleased he's doing it. I mean, it shows that he does care, so it shows me he's not a bad neighbour, you know, so that's good. I'd like to give Shabu a right smack on the bum like I do with Bung Bung, but I probably lose my hand, so I better not. All right, Pen, what's happening? What, the mud that's over there, or this, or what? Yeah, if there's mud going, we'll have it, no problem. I was thinking maybe it's kind of like you read about a serial killer or something, you know. You can even read you can read their confession why they did it, but it's still completely crazy. So trying not to think about it, but can't help thinking about it. But I just think it's sort of trying to understand the mind of a crazy person, so I don't want to, you know, it's a bottomless pit. So Bung Bung, he's barking at something. I can see him down there. What is he up to? It's been a stressful week with all what's going on with the dogs, obviously, and the building is starting to get stressful again. I've had a few people in and out, people making mess, and that's been really getting on my nerves, and I've kind of boiled over a little bit today, and I was shouting and swearing a little bit, but I think that's a good thing really, because it's, if you let it get out of control, it just does, and sort of let everyone know you're pretty pissed off. So if you don't, that's the thing I've found, if you don't keep a lid on it, it just spreads and gets out of control, and then the more mess there is, the more people don't care, and they're just like, well, it's mess everywhere, so it doesn't matter if I chuck mess everywhere, and they do. So yeah, I should have insisted they keep all the sand there. Against my better judgment, I let them put big piles of it everywhere. The dogs have been in this for the last few days. It's spread everywhere. This is the result of my probably almost an hour of sweeping this all back into piles everywhere. And lots of sand all getting traipsed through our new tiles. That's been really getting on my nerves. So it's all cleaned up now. That's what me and Pen have been doing a bit today. Well, what I found is the more people are here, the more, like, the longer a job goes on, the more familiar they get. Which is, in a way, that's a good thing, like to be more friendly. But they also become more relaxed and start treating it like their own place and throwing dirty diapers in your bins. And on a slightly happier note, so obviously Gorgie's lonely, he hasn't got any playmates. So they've been bringing 2 puppies over, and Gorgie's kind of hanging out with them a little bit. Right, here comes Rung, the chap next door with the mud. Got to make a snap decision where to put it without putting it somewhere stupid. I think I'll put it here, so a bit of a low spot. Maybe here. Bung Bung, out of the way of the car, get out of the way. I'm not sure how many cars of mud we're getting. Hopefully it's a lot, because I do want quite a lot. We've got like a low bit here that floods, and the water comes up to this tree actually, so I want to fill this area in a little bit, and our front garden as well. There's a low bit at the front there, so yeah, there's a little bit of a sort of a dip here which I want to fill in, and I'm using this for now to sort of store a bit of junk and make a bit of mess while the building carries on all this mess. But when it's all finished, I want to kind of cover it all with mud, and that mud looks like really nice mud. It's really good quality stuff by the colour of it. So that's why I can't put it where I want it now. I've got to store it, and then later on we'll sort it out. That's another thing I've moaned about very quickly. Obviously we asked them to clean all their messy things where the mess is, but gradually they keep coming this way, and they're dumping it in the new grass. So as I say, like the longer people are here, the more they start to take the piss a little bit, and I'm glad I've been shouting a bit today to put everyone back in line, hopefully. So the first dog we found, we buried it down the bottom there. There's some bamboo down there. Often when we were out, the dogs would sort of wait for us down that end of the farm. Got this big bush of bamboo down there, so we buried one of the dogs under there between that and the tree. And then the other dog, I found it like down the other end of the farm, so I also picked a nice tree down there, and I buried the other dog under one of the trees down the back there. So to end this video, I'll put up a little clip of that the other day of burying one of the dogs down there and showing Bung Bung and Gorgie the dog down there. And other than that, thanks for watching and see you later. Oh, that reminds me, I think this is the 100th video. I kind of had that number in my mind for quite a while. I think this is number 100, so I can't believe I made 100 videos, and I can't believe I had to talk about this subject in the 100th video. But that's just the way it is. Anyway, so thanks a lot, and see you later on. I noticed there's a broken bit of fence post down there, so you know, my guess is the dog was so desperate to get in the house to get some help. You know, he didn't know no one was in, so he broke the fence. I don't know, that's my imagination, but so I don't know which is sadder, the dog that made it home and to find no one was home, or the dog that never made it home. I don't know. Pen reckons like maybe that other dog, maybe it didn't die because it's a long story, but it's kind of stupid, and it rolls over in front of people, so they might have picked it up, thought it was cute and took it with them or something. You never know. Maybe we'll never find out. So yeah, but I mean, I have to tell the truth about it. I like those dogs okay. I mean, I was sort of like, yeah, okay, they can live with us as well, you know. But Pen really loved those two dogs, and she's kind of been fighting for them for a long time. You know, they've been in quite a few videos in the past. Some of you will know their story and what's happened with them. So it is really sad that they finally got somewhere nice to live, and then some fucking someone comes along and does something like this. It's really bad. So taking Bung Bung and Gorgie down to show them the one dog, so hopefully they understand a little bit what's happening, and so they don't go like looking for that other dog, see where they are, sort of. So by these bamboo here, the dogs would often sleep here waiting for us on the road here to come back into the farm. So Pen thought we should do it under the bamboo here, so I've done it between the bamboo and that nice tree would be a good place to do it. So Gorgie, here Pen, take. Hopefully they know a little bit what's going on.
I want to see you bury them so that they know then.
So that's all finished. We showed the dogs, and well, Gorgie seemed to understand a little bit of what was going on, and he cried a little bit. Bung Bung was barking at something. So as I was saying a minute ago, Pen was much more attached to these two dogs than I was. That's the truth. So I think Pen should finish off this video. And
I don't know. I don't say nothing. I'm very upset because they just have a good life, you know. They have their life all the time. So, you know.
Well, say something about the dogs. What were they like? They were nice dogs.
Very nice dog. They eat anything. You know, they play with Gorgie well. You know, they love.
And they weren't any trouble.
No, any trouble.
And they weren't out causing trouble.
No.
They didn't. They were small. They were not aggressive. They were scared of people. They would run away.
No.
So
they eat anything you give. You know, they're just so easy to look after. And then no, they have to look after Gorgie. They're like very good to Gorgie. And give me a rest.
yeah,
So that they're like a babysitter. You know?
yeah.
They love Gorgie. They play with Gorgie all the time. And they love water. You know. And they're beautiful. They're very, very nice. They're easy. Anything you put down, they eat. They never have any complaint and look at you, just eat, and that's it. They like vegetable as well. Vegetable.
Banana, papaya, whatever.
Whatever you put down, they eat. They're not fussy with eating.
Right, that's that then. Come on then.